Alara and the Star Zoomers shared sparkle. In a world bursting with colors, lived a little girl named Alara. Her favorite toy was a magnificent, shiny space rocket named Star Zoomer. She loved to zoom it around her room, imagining trips to distant stars, all by herself. One sunny afternoon, her friend Kenji came over to play. Alara was so excited, she thought about all the fun games they could play together. Kenji's eyes sparkled when he saw Star Zoomer. Wow, what an amazing rocket. Can I play with it, Alara? He asked, his voice full of wonder. Alara felt a little flutter in her tummy. Star Zoomer was her special rocket. No, Star Zoomer is mine, she said, pulling the rocket closer to her. Kenji's bright smile faded. Oh, okay, he mumbled, looking down. He tried to find another toy to play with, but playing alone didn't feel as fun. Alara continued to play with Star Zoomer, but the zooming wasn't as exciting. She saw Kenji playing by himself and felt a little empty inside. The stars didn't seem as bright. Alara thought hard. Maybe playing with Star Zoomer would be more fun if I shared, she whispered. Slowly, she held out Star Zoomer to Kenji. Kenji's eyes lit up again. Thank you, Alara, he exclaimed. Together, they started playing with Star Zoomer. They made it zoom higher, spin faster, and even land on imaginary planets with funny sounds. Playing together was much, much more fun than playing alone. They invented new games and discovered things Star Zoomer had never done before, like making silly, wobbly landings. Alara and Kenji laughed so much their tummies hurt. Sharing had made their playtime sparkle even brighter. Alara understood that sharing her favorite toy, Star Zoomer, had made her friendship with Kenji so much stronger. It was a special kind of magic. From that day on, Alara and Kenji always shared their toys, because they knew that sharing meant more fun, more laughter, and the strongest friendships of all. Anya and the calm breath. Anya's heart thumped like a drum. Her stomach churned whenever she thought about the big math test tomorrow. The books and notebooks piled on her desk looked like huge, scary mountains. Math is so hard. What if I can't do it? What if I forget everything? She thought. Her eyes welled up. It felt as if her brain was covered in a thick cloud. The next morning at school, her friend Kayeto walked up to Anya. Anya, are you okay? You look very pale, he asked gently. Anya whispered, I'm so nervous about the test tomorrow, Kaito. It feels like butterflies are fluttering in my stomach, and I can't breathe. Kaito smiled. Test anxiety? I feel that way sometimes too. But our teacher, Ms. Hana, taught us a great trick. Do you want to try it? Anya nodded. Kaito said, take a deep breath in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4, then slowly breathe out for 6 seconds. It's called square breathing. Anya tried it a few times. Even though her heart was still beating fast, she felt a little calmer. Wow, I feel a bit better, she said. Great, try this too, Kaito added. Close your eyes and imagine yourself doing everything right on the test. Or imagine your favorite place, like a garden full of flowers. Anya closed her eyes and imagined herself in a garden full of colorful flowers. The sun warmed her face and birds chirped happily. The tension inside her slowly melted away. When test day arrived, Anya was still a little nervous, but she remembered the techniques she had learned. She took a deep breath and imagined herself in a calm garden. As she read the questions, when she came across one she couldn't do, instead of panicking, she whispered to herself, Calm down, Anya. You're doing your best. When the test was over, Anya let out a sigh of relief. No matter the result, she knew she had done her best. Learning to manage anxiety was her biggest victory. Nami and the Sea's secret sparkle. Little Nami was hesitant to look at the vast, deep blue sea. Even the whispers of the waves felt a little spooky to her. What if there are big, strange things inside? She always wondered. Her friend Ren came over to Nami. Come on, Nami, let's get a little closer to the water. It looks so beautiful today, she said cheerfully. Nami shook her head. But what if there are big, strange things inside? What if they catch me? She whispered, her eyes drifting to the depths of the sea. Ren smiled. Not at all. Come on, let's just walk along the shore and find the prettiest seashells. They won't bite you. Nami slowly agreed. As they walked along the beach, Nami found a bright, purple seashell, more beautiful than any she had ever seen. The shell glowed faintly. The seashell began to emit a warm light in Nami's palm. Nami felt a gentle pull towards the sea. Ren watched in surprise. Her curiosity overcame her fear. Nami, holding the glowing shell tightly, dipped her toes into the cool water for the first time. The water wasn't as cold or spooky as she thought. The water around her toes sparkled brightly, and a tiny, cute seahorse peeked out from behind a rock. It smiled at Nami. Nami was mesmerized by the seahorse. Her fear had completely vanished. She took another step, and the water now reached her knees. Ren cheered with joy. The seahorse gently guided Nami, swimming towards a vibrant, colorful coral garden just beneath the surface of the water. Nami saw thousands of colorful fish dancing before her eyes. Red, blue, yellow, everything was sparkling. Nami's heart was no longer filled with fear, but with the beauty and wonder of the sea. She turned to Ren and smiled. Together, they were ready to explore many more secrets of the ocean. Ilara's first day sparkle. Ilara's heart fluttered like a trapped butterfly. Tomorrow was her first day at a new school. She sat on the edge of her bed, nervously clutching the corner of her blanket with tiny fingers. "Will anyone want to be my friend?" she whispered. Her mom came in and gently stroked Ilara's hair. "New beginnings are always a little exciting, sweetie," she said, "but I'm sure you'll make wonderful friends. Just be yourself." The next morning, Ilara's tummy was still full of butterflies. She walked towards the big school gates, her heart beating faster with every step. Everyone seemed to know each other already. When she walked into the classroom, she found an empty desk and sat down. She looked around. A boy was drawing something in his notebook with a bright blue pencil. Blue was Ilara's favorite color. Ilara took a deep breath. "That's a really pretty blue," she mumbled. The boy looked up and smiled. "Thanks, I'm Kaito. Are you new?" Ilara smiled. "Yes, I'm Ilara. It's my first day." Kaito asked, "What are you drawing?" Ilara told him all about Sparkle, her favorite imaginary dragon. Kaito's eyes lit up. "I love dragons too. Mine is a storm dragon that soars through the sky." At recess, they both pulled out their notebooks and started drawing their dragons. At lunchtime, Kaito led Ilara to a quiet corner of the playground. There, a cheerful girl was jump roping with a colorful rope. "That's Lila," Kaito said. "She's the fastest jump roper." Lila stopped and smiled. "Hi, are you new?" Ilara nodded. "Yes, I'm Ilara." Lila's eyes sparkled. "Awesome. Do you like to jump rope?" Ilara had never jump roped before, but she said she wanted to try. Lila immediately showed her how to hold it and jump. At first, she was a little clumsy, but Lila patiently helped her. Soon enough, Ilara found her rhythm. Jump roping was so much fun. Kaito cheered them on, and all three of them burst into laughter. When the school bell rang, Ilara's heart was no longer full of butterflies, but with joy. A new school, new friends, and new adventures. She knew now that with a little courage and a smile, every new beginning could be wonderful. Dr. Kikonon, Eglenjeli Oyungunu. Yumi was a sweet little girl, but the thought of going to the doctor always made her a little scared. It was like butterflies fluttering in her tummy. Her mommy and daddy would say, "Don't worry, sweetie. Dr. Kiko is very kind and fun." But Yumi wasn't so sure. Finally, the day came. Yumi held her mommy's hand tightly as they walked to the doctor's office. When they stepped inside, it wasn't scary at all. The waiting room had colorful toys, picture books, and even a tiny slide. A tiny smile appeared on Yumi's face. Then the door opened and a cheerful voice came in. Is Yumi here? Wonderful. I'm Dr. Kiko. Dr. Kiko entered with a big smile and a colorful apron. Hello, Yumi. Today we're going to play some games, said Dr. Kiko. First, they played the listening game. Instead of a cold tool, Dr. Kiko pulled out a cute animal-shaped stethoscope to listen to her heart. Wow, your heart is beating so strong, said Dr. Kiko. Then they moved on to the observation game. Dr. Kiko used a tiny light to look at Yumi's throat. Say, ah, said Dr. Kiko. Yumi gave a big ah. Dr. Kiko laughed. Wonderful. Your throat is sparkling too. Then the weighing adventure began. Yumi stepped onto a scale that looked like a spaceship. Dr. Kiko said, Wow, you're growing so fast. Finally, there was the height measuring race. Yumi stood next to a colorful ruler on the wall. Dr. Kiko asked, Let's see who's taller. When all the games were over, Dr. Kiko said, That's it. You did a wonderful job, Yumi, and gave her a small sticker. Yumi had a huge smile on her face. As Yumi walked home with her mommy and daddy, she wasn't scared of going to the doctor anymore. In fact, she couldn't wait for her next game day. Doctor visits were actually a lot of fun. Ayala and the Storm's secret dance. Ayla loved playing in her cozy room, but when the sky outside turned a grumpy gray, her heart would thump, thump, thump. Oh no, she'd whisper, a storm is coming. The first rumble of thunder made her jump, and the rain began to tap, tap, tap against the window pane. Ayala pulled her blanket tighter, wishing the storm would just go away. Suddenly, a soft, shimmering light appeared in her room, swirling like a gentle breeze. From the light, a friendly figure emerged, with hair like wisps of cloud and eyes that sparkled like raindrops. Hello, Ayala, she whispered, her voice like soft chimes. I'm Rai, and I've come to show you the storm's secret. Ayala, still a little scared, peeked from her blanket. The storm's secret? She asked. Rai nodded. Yes, it's not angry, Ayala. It's dancing. Would you like to watch with me? Rai gently took Ayala's hand, and they floated out of the window, not into the scary storm, but into a calm, swirling space just above it. Below them, the clouds swirled like a giant, gray ballet skirt. See the wind? Rai pointed. It's the conductor, guiding the dance. Ayla watched as invisible currents made the clouds twist and turn, like graceful dancers twirling across the sky. Then came the rain, not crashing down, but falling like 1,000 tiny silver bells, tinkling softly as they touched the world below. The rain is the music, Rai explained, a gentle melody for the earth. A flash of light lit up the sky. Ayala gasped, but Rai smiled. That's the lightning. It's the brightest dancer, leaping and sparkling with joy. And then, a deep, rumbling sound. Boom! Ayala didn't flinch this time. That's the thunder, Rai said. The mighty drum, keeping the rhythm of the storm's grand performance. Ayala watched, mesmerized, as the storm continued its magnificent dance. She saw the wind's twirls, the rain's gentle melody, the lightning's bright leaps, and the thunder's steady beat. It wasn't scary at all. Slowly, the dance began to quiet. The wind softened, the rain became a whisper, and the lightning and thunder faded into soft echoes. The storm was saying good night. Rai brought Ayala back to her room. The sky was still gray, but Ayala's heart felt light and brave. She knew now that storms weren't scary monsters, but magnificent dancers, performing a beautiful show just for her. And she couldn't wait for the next performance. Luna and the Lumiland Lights. Luna, a little girl with a big imagination, loved playing all day. But when the sun went down, a tiny worry would creep into her heart. Oh dear, she'd whisper, it's getting dark. One night, as her room grew dim, Luna snuggled under her covers, wishing for a little light. Suddenly, a soft, shimmering glow appeared near her window. It wasn't a scary shadow at all. It was a tiny, adorable creature with sparkling wings, glowing gently. "Hello, Luna," it chirped. "I'm Pip, a glimmerwing. Would you like to explore Lumaland with me?" Luna's eyes widened. "Lumiland? What's that?" Pip giggled. "It's a place where everything glows, even in the dark. It's full of beautiful, friendly lights." Pip took Luna's hand, and with a gentle flutter of wings, they floated out of her window and into the starry night. The world below looked like a patchwork of sleepy shadows. Soon, they arrived at Lumaland. Everywhere Luna looked, there were soft, colorful lights. Glowing flowers bloomed, and trees sparkled with tiny, luminous fruits. They met friendly glowbugs that danced in the air, leaving trails of light. Luna giggled as a little glowbug zipped past her nose, tickling her with its soft glow. They even visited the Whispering Caves, which weren't dark at all. Their walls shimmered with crystal formations that glowed in every color of the rainbow. Luna realized that the dark wasn't so scary when it was filled with so much beauty and light. She felt brave and happy holding Pip's glowing hand. When Pip brought her back home, Luna wasn't afraid of the dark anymore. She knew that even in the quietest moments, there could be a little bit of magic and light just waiting to be discovered.